Jane Pate will never forget August 16th, 2025.
Friends of mine called me and said the house was on fire.
She rushed to her home on Fripp Island, located 18 miles east of Beaufort, and saw her home engulfed in flames. Her husband of 18 years was trapped inside.
It was just total destruction, and my husband was in the house.
Firefighters battled the fire for 14 hours, but flames claimed the life of 70-year-old Michael Pate and their family dog.
He was just the nicest person I ever met. He really was. Yeah.
Jane had to begin the unimaginable, navigating alone the life that she once shared with her husband. That included figuring out their insurance policies.
I was on my own, and I really didn't understand how insurance worked until this happened to me.
One of the insurance policies her husband had in place was on Jane's jewelry, valuable pieces lost in the fire.
I had an appraisal done by a gemologist. I sent him pictures of my jewelry, so I felt very confident in the price that he came back with. And theirs was significantly under that. I got that estimate for the back pocket to say, okay, I know what this jewelry is really worth, right? And I thought there shouldn't be an issue with just paying me the premium on it. I knew they wouldn't pay over the premium, but then they didn't pay the premium even.
Jane Pate's story is one that many South Carolinians know firsthand. From auto and homeowners insurance to health and life insurance, fighting billion-dollar companies for transparency and reduced rates is nearly impossible.
They need to be accountable to the citizens of South Carolina on why all of these rates are going up.
Attorney Kevin Dean works with clients who hope to fight against unfair or underpaid insurance claims.
They always want to not pay a legitimate claim at a legitimate value that's based upon real-world information.
South Carolina drivers pay about 36% more than the national average for auto insurance. From 2021 to 2% increase in home insurance premiums. South Carolinians are more likely to not have health insurance compared to the rest of the nation.
My clients sometimes go 3 years without resolution, and we never get reimbursed the interest that the insurance company held onto those funds over that 3 years.
But change may be coming. Inspired by reform in other states and rising rates, South Carolina created its own committee chaired by State Representative Gary Brewer, who worked hand in hand with South Carolina's Department of Insurance Director Michael Wise. Now a massive bill is on its way to the Senate this week, looking to begin changing how insurance is handled in the Palmetto State.
We can't guarantee that this will decrease insurance costs in our state, but some of these things can put downward pressure on insurance prices and premiums.
Fraud and severe weather have pushed insurance companies out of the state, allowing the remaining companies to increase rates because there is limited competition.
We needed more competition if you wanted to have any type of downward pressure, and then we have to limit frequency and severity of these claims.
Insurance fraud is prevalent in South Carolina. The state is ranked 9th in the nation for staged vehicle accidents, and questionable roofing claims went up 90% in 2024.
Insurance fraud is rampant in our state, and it costs people money. It also endangers people's lives.
Under the bill, the Department of Insurance would take over fraud investigations, and criminal penalties would increase.
And so we're going to start popping you on the first one, and we're going to go after you all the way. If you continue to do it, we're going to continue to punish you.
Massive storms that tear through the low country also force insurance companies to pay much more in damages than other inland states.
Because we're in this more environmentally prone area of the country, why is it not a great place for insurance companies to be, and why were they pulling out after storms like Helene?
They had a lot of exposure. They lost a lot of money. They they had a lot of risk in South Carolina.
Under the reform, homeowners who fortify their homes against severe weather could receive tax incentives and lower insurance rates.
That is the idea behind the Safe Home program. The more claims you can prevent, the better. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, as they say, and in this case, that rings true.
Whether or not the bill passes, there are still areas to improve in the insurance industry throughout South Carolina. The victims of fraud or simply bad experiences with insurance companies say rate transparency is not only wanted, but necessary to protect South Carolinians.
But it should be on the insurance side to make sure that what they're covering is actually the value of what they're covering, instead of this negotiation after the tragedy.
But we need to have an ability to force insurance companies to justify why they're raising our car insurance, why they're raising our property insurance, and all insurances across the board, including health and life.
For Live 5 Investigates, I'm Emily Johnson.